Mission 6, Extended Service. Welcome to Rochester Station. Please await the arrival of your train from London Victoria. So hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to Oscar Train 2, and welcome to the Southeastern High Speed Class 465 Network Expansion Pack for this route. So today, starting today for the next couple of days, we'll be doing the scenarios for the all-new train that's come out for Train World. So today we're doing the first scenario, tomorrow we'll do the next one, Saturday, Sunday we'll do the next one following that. So hopefully, should get quite a good little series out of that, on top of the Southeast High Speed series we did in the past. So now here at Rochester Station, we're just waiting for the train to arrive to the platform, where we will then take over the service and drive as far as Faversham in the units. While we wait, we'll have a chance just to look around, see what the station has to offer. I think I've done the majority of the collectibles here now, so it really is just a case of seeing what else there is to do. In terms of timing, the next train to Faversham arrives at 16:39. Currently on time, calling it Chatham, Gillingham, Rainham, Newington, Sittingbourne, and Faversham, I believe. Nope. We've got quite a few stops actually en route today. And there comes the train just around the corner now, ready for its departure. So here it comes, class 465/9. One of the Metro Camel built networkers and renovated a couple of years ago to include all new motors, all new interior, and a few touch-ups with the external liveries as well. So train's now arrived, wait for the sim to... oh, there we go, it's in the driver's seats, take over service, and guess it's ready for departure very shortly. Take seats. Master key comes on. Set the reverser into neutral. And now passengers to load. Make sure the lights are up, so tail lights are off. Lights are to day running, that's all fine. We'll turn on the isolation switch, we'll turn off the isolation switches for the AWS and DSD, make sure all safety systems are active. And that should be us ready to go. Just a couple of moments. Train's all set, all looking good. Currently have the regenerative brakes turned off right now. And I think for the most part, we'll have those left off for the entire journey ahead. Doors close. So we're going to be about a minute behind schedule, which isn't too bad. We can easily catch up with that later on in the service. Reverse into the forward position, and let's get going. Ah, DRA of course. Now we get going. Set the power, throttle, brake lever into position 3, and let's get going. So our first station will be Chatham. Going around, it's quite a slow departure out of Rochester here. Also pass through the original station platforms. A bit of wheel slippage there. Not too major though. Yeah, so yesterday we did the live stream of the Reese's 465. Today I'll first look at the scenarios that the route comes with. But for those who don't know, and something I've said quite a few times in the past, Networkers by far my favourite family trains here in the UK. So you have the 165, 166, 365, 465 and 466 units. The 165, 166 both being DMU, the 365 being overtenary, 465 and 466 using third rail power for their journeys. But yeah, the trains that I've got, I have got a soft spot for. The first trains I took on National Rail here in the UK when I was young, and services that I've done quite a few times as well here in the real world. And something about their stylistic nature as well. Instead of having a gangway at the front ends of both, which take up a lot of space, especially in the cab, it's quite cramped. It's stylistically also one of my favourite looking trains as well, with its bulbous fronts, all rounded, all curved. It's a very classic train here in the UK. And for a lot of people, it's the networker that saved British Rail, especially the regional aspects of it. Trains that were cheap and easy to produce, required very little maintenance, and allowed for operation virtually anywhere in the country. The designs of which do still live on to this day, now though in the form of Electrostars, and Turbostars. Turbostars being the successors to the 165-166, the diesel multiple units, and the Electrostars being the successor to the Networker Electrics, Network Expresses, so the 365, 465 and 466. Trains now also being bimodal, so trains that have first rail and overhead machinery to switch from. So now here at Chatham, we'll allow passengers to board and spark where they need to. In a couple of moments, we shall close the doors, and we shall get ourselves departing. So yeah, look at the station best. Just missed that. Yeah, so even with route knowledge, I'm still slowly getting there. I'm slowly learning the stations on the way. Gillingham, Rainham, Newington, Sittingbourne, Chatham and Faversham are stations today. Close doors. And it's a 30 mile per hour departure out of Chatham today. So running a 4-car set today. And one thing I was talking about, I guess, as well, is the differences between the 465 and 466. Because both trains, externally, look the same, basically, at both cab ends. The number one difference is that the 465 can do multiple carriages, 466 is just 2-car sets, both ends being driver cars. They are, however, cross-compatible, and so it is possible in Southeastern to see 10-car sets formed of 2 465 train sets and a 466 stuck at the end. So 4-car plus 4-car plus 2-car equals 10-car sets, 10-car formation. So I do lose the gangway in between the different train sets. They are still very versatile train sets. And since 1992, have been operating in this part of the country as well. So originally with Network Southeast, then transferred over to Connex, who then transferred over to Southeastern, the original Southeastern, and then you also now have today's Southeastern operated by Drawyah. So same trains that operates the Thameslink TOC, so Thameslink, Southern, Great Northern and Gatwick Express also operate Southeastern. We'll get the speed up to 60 miles per hour now. Slowly reach the top speed of the section. And then Gillingham Station just about 800 yards in front of us now, so soon also be visible just around the corner. And something that I said during the streams, and now that I've had a bit more time to kind of sit down the train, drive it a bit more, learn the basics, learn the throttle brakes, that kind of stuff. The more I drive it, the more I kind of adore this unit. I've done a very fine job in putting together the control feel for the train. It feels fantastic. Very, very good compared to other trains in the past. And the audio, by far the best sounding train Dovetail have released in a long, long time. So the sound files themselves are... missed the stop marker there. Just talk about the brakes. Well done, Drawyah. Yes, the sound files are licensed from Armstrong Powerhouse, who've also done a 465 enhanced back in the past. And yeah, it's just a very, very well put together train, this. And that's someone who semi-regularly commutes to Southeastern. It's not my local TOC, but I do have a few trips down to Southeast. The trains feel very good. They sound good, they look good. It really does put you in a position of a Class 465. Now, if there only was a consist editor to give us the chance to put together 2 N-card Grade 466 units as well, although 466s don't generally operate, at least on their own, apart from maybe the... Actually, maybe not. No, the Sheerness branch, I believe, uses Electrostars for the trip there. We'll close the doors, departing in approximately... Well, we've got 40 seconds, actually a little bit early right now. We head over to the Gillingham crossing just up ahead. Barriers are down, and train is expected to pass in just a couple of moments. A little disconnected branch line there. But you can see that's been long abandoned, the track's completely rusted over, and yeah, it doesn't really go to anywhere by those things. So as trains operate on the track, the steel on the rail is coated in like an anti-rust coating, but if trains aren't been operating for a long period of time, eventually the rust will start to appear. And so with the trains rolling over the track, if I go over to the train itself, it's heavy rolling metal that runs along the lines, and they also act as a way to kind of crack off, scrape off any rust that forms on the track. And so one way you can tell like an unloved railway line is by how much rust is on the train track. If it's not completely coated over in rust, then it shows that there is some activity going on the railway line, but not much. If it's like this, where it's pristine, clear and shiny, no, it's a very heavily used railway line. If it's like the cut-off line there, which was just completely rust over, looks dead basically, that's how you can tell like a abandoned railway line. Something I've certainly noted in the volunteer railway that I'm at, with the lockdowns we've had the last couple of months, after an extended period without running trains, the track starts to rust over, but the more we run trains, the shinier, the more polished the track becomes. And then of course in Southeastern you have the middle rail, third rail, which essentially shows power into the unit. So if we go over to the bogie, you can see you have the electric shoe. It's contact with the third electric rail that draws power into the system, and completes the circuit in the train. There you go, so you can see the third rail's on the outside right now. Third rail's on the outside. Sometimes change the inside, depends where the platforms are. It's making full contact with the electric rail, and that's what draws power into these units. Speed has increased up to 80 now, which is very good because top speed of these trains are 75. So you can now really push the train up to its limits. So yeah, top speed of 75 miles per hour, line speed of 80. They're not the fastest trains, but again, they are very reliable in what they do. But I believe the plan is the next couple of years for Southeastern to replace these units with the Class 707s that are going to be transferred over from South West trains. I believe Southeastern now have a few units. Case of plan delivery, making it Southeastern train, giving it the timetables and data and all that, and publishing it for the train to use. So dual yellow flashing, so it means that should be alerts for a speed change coming up. So hop in the brakes on as you approach Rainham, and starts to head for the station. Normally at Rainham, where these trains will terminate, we'll hit the set points here, cut across to the far right, and terminate at the platform 0. However, for the purpose of this scenario, we're going all the way to Faversham. So Faversham is not where these trains generally operate, but like I say, for the purpose of this scenario, that's how kind of give us an extended service to give a bit more all this driving the train. We'll cut back on the braking now as we approach the end of the platform. Looking very good time actually, almost 30 seconds early, which is pretty good. Means at Rainham, get a chance to kind of sit back and rest a bit more. Go a little bit more forward, preferably. Nah, okay. Sims texted it, and therefore we must now stop. Can't see where the train's tilted slightly. That's because it's on a relatively strong curve, this track. And so if trains that don't stop at Rainham, which isn't every train, you do get quite a few that pass through, means that they can maintain their 80 miles per hour without fear of toppling over. Sure as our tail light's not turned on. I don't think so. Quickly change that, shall we? If we can try and squeeze in. Answer is a bit too far away, I think. Yeah, just a bit too far away. Close the window, close the door. Just have to live without the tail lights. Doors close. Train's a long time, got another 20 seconds or so till he actually departs. I think if we go for a slow departure route. Just has to ensure that we're not going to overrun anything. So go to brake position 3. Next station is Newington. And I must say, the part of the line here in the Southeastern High Speed between Gillingham and Faversham, it is beautiful, it's pristine. The level of detail in this part of the routes, Dovetail done a very fine job in recreating. And it is just a lot of fun to ride a train through this section. Up to 80 again. Now approaching 80. Take the power into the position number 1. Just as a little bit of electricity, a little bit of power go through the motors, keep the train rolling, but not necessarily bleed out losing any speed. You travel at high speed. Straight level track, 0% gradient, running as flat as can be. As we speed our way into Newington Station. Down to 40 next, so hold the brakes up now, start slowing the train down as we approach the station. Through Newington on the slower speed as well. Let's come through. So far so good. Cut back the brakes, centre platform at 30. Newington, another station that doesn't get too many services. It's a regular stop, but not by every train that passes through. And so you have 2 centre rails that allow trains at speeds just pass through without the need to add congestion to the line. Still running on time, still got minutes to our name as well. Stop just short of the strobe clock in front of us and open the doors. Got staggered footbridge on top there, which is pretty good. Passengers to transfer to other platforms. Staggered platforms actually as well. Not sure if they end at the same point. They do at the back. At the very front, you can see where the down line ends at much shorter points than the up line. Gives London-bound trains a little bit more of a room to stop. Not that many trains ever use the 4-length platforms, I must say. Even the slope up, much longer than that at most stations in the area. Got your ticket machine, got your waiting shelter. So your average, more rural stop this, I'd say. You've got what looks to be just a siding. There's not really much like evidence of a former railway line there. Bushes, housing fronts, that's not really kind of flat or following the same path. That's kind of a ditch, a drop. Before coming up to a road bridge. So that's just a siding, potentially, I guess. To, well, if the train overruns the station, better send it into the buffers than it would be into the main line, causing congestion further down the line. We'll prepare train now for departure shortly. Doors close. Signal is green, so it means that the line is set for us to depart. And that's it going. Line speed currently at 80 still, although again drops down to 40 as soon as you drop back onto the main line. Horn as well. Very good cutler's horn there. Sounds very good indeed. Back on the main line, up to 70 miles per hour speed limits, and then back up to 80 in about 1 mile. In terms of frame rate, you can see on the right hand side there, running at a very stable 60. Once again, good amount of optimization and keep the train running smooth on the train sim world. And I'll show that dovetail. Do you know what they're doing? Most of the time. Again, train like this, very highly detailed, lots of things to do. Functionality wise as well, very strong indeed. And I think that's one thing you got to note with the Dovetail games, individual train packs. That's all board. Whenever they do individual trains, so instead of doing like a new route with 3 or 4 different trains included and all that, individual train packs have always been high quality in regards to trains, rolling stock, operations, that kind of stuff. And so, I don't know, for me at least, it's a sign of quality that if those have done a separate train on its own, that you're paying 10, 11, 12 quid for, in this case it was like 11.99 this one, because you are buying just the single train on its own, Dovetail themselves now focusing entirely on one train rather than having 3 or 4 trains that are split for a route. And as a result, you do just get a high level of simulation, a high level of realism and quality that do make these very good packs indeed. I mean, I enjoyed Southeastern High Speed. I get a criticism, especially between St Pancras and Ebbsfleet, where it's a bit bare bones at time, but it's an enjoyable route for me at least. And I know that for a lot of people as well. Probably one of the better routes that I've done a couple of months as well. But I'm very much enjoying it, and this train pretty much seals the deal for me. Like I say, I do adore my networkers, and this is a very good networker indeed. Very well created, very similar to what a real train is like. Now approaching Sittingbourne. Engine platform around 30 miles per hour. Perfect. And for a forecast set, I believe we do go right to the end of the platform here. No need to stop short at any other points. Well, not quite to the end. You can see the 6 to 10 car stop marker just right there. So you have 6 to 10 cars stop here. Any further, we'll be running a 12 car set. The 305 2 units strapped together. We're going to the shielded crossing over here. Yeah, tinted windows, don't quite see much of the outside world, do you? Yeah, another outer rail siding over here. A lot of freight used to pass through these parts of the UK. Out to Calais, out to Dover. A lot of the industry has now moved, so if it goes by rail, it now takes the Channel Tunnel instead, or goes by truck and lorry instead. But historically, this used to be a very heavy freight line. A lot of movements through the industry in the southeast of England. We'll close the doors, prepare ourselves for departure now. 5 seconds, and we'll roll at 0. Next stop is our penultimate stop, Rainham. Round to the power control 4. 80 miles per hour still, so you can run at full speed to our next stop. At Faversham, we do have a bit of a slowdown as we do approach station, down to I think it's at 60 miles per hour there. And then arrive at the end of the line. Up to 70 miles per hour. Draw slowly back to 75. Not going down the hills though slightly, 0.3% gradient, 0.5. So that will allow train to increase the top speed ever so slightly, but not by too much. Put the power brake control into position 1, just allow train to coast. Rainham we arrive in about 3 minutes. And even just that rumble in the background, it's a very light little noise that, but it's definitely there, you definitely hear it. And it's just the background ambient noise that really, again, helps the life and feel of the train. As I sit here and look at my Hornby Class 466 on the shelf there. It's an adorable train, the Networker. Networkers 395 or the 390 Pendolino, which I do enjoy. Probably my top 2 trains here in the UK. Networker over in Electrostar, anytime. Start braking now for Rainham. A little bit late there, so I'm going to go to the brake position 3. I should be strong enough to now try and slow down stop. Got to note that the platforms here definitely are longer than they are usually in rural parts of the UK. But they are built to also allow for 12 car during 5 units anyway, so on the not common occasion of train stop here, but I do get the odd service that do stop at stations like Rainham. Trains are easily catered for. So they run on the high speed portion later. So right to the end, there's your stop marker. Bring train to a halt. Quite creative that as well. When the barriers are down, you can't just cross the road. What we have to do is take the footbridge up, cut back down, head through this little alleyway, just go through another little alleyway, and into the station premises. Actually quite an interesting little footbridge that. Because the road here, it's definitely not a main road. You've got the little, well, you've got the town itself over here, Rainham. Got the high street. Cutting across, it's more, again, more rural, more farmland. In fact, that's like a warehouse farm. In fact, it is a farm. Got sheep in the fields right there. So you don't get much traffic that pass down this road apart from the farmer who lives there. Passing in 30 seconds. Remember, next stop is our final stop. So we'll be extra careful with the signalling. Because I don't particularly want to spad today. You never want to spad. Especially as it comes towards the end of the route. Best try and avoid getting yourself into any trouble. Doors close. In 5 seconds, we'll get ourselves going. Next up, our final stop, Faversham. We're in 5 minutes. Speed limit increases to 85 now, up to 90. Again, well above the top speed of this train. DSD, vigilance. We're about 3 miles now to Faversham. Can virtually leave the train at full power position 4. Going slightly uphill, so we will definitely be limited by the 75 mile per hour speed limits. But as the limit does increase to 90 in approximately 2 seconds, wait for the railway train to pass through the speed board. Very simple. Very easy high-speed coast now. Right to the end of the line. Very nice. Let's try just passing another truck as well. And also that sound. You can tell it's early days network of this. Whoops. Yeah, pay attention for the speed slow down there. Stand now as we put the whistle on as well. That sound is very Electrostar-esque because it is, like I say, an Electrostar underbody. The only thing that's really been modified is the look of the train. Allow for more people to be 46.5 miles, very nice. So look at the train, which allows it to be more one-sided with the gangways at the front and more modern safety features. The interior, instead of the 3x2 seating layouts, it's now standard 2x2 seating, more place for standing. So small sort of tweaks to fit modern day safety requirements. Apart from that, it really is the same train underneath. All the circuitry, the operation, for the most part even the motors. Of course, again, new trains run at high top speeds, but they do run very similar circuitry from the original networkers. Single yellow now, enter the other station. Repeater shows a red, so I guess I'll already slow down for that. Faversham station now just visible. Right in front of us, see the bridge over that. I believe it's 4 platforms of Faversham. Yes, it is. So slow down. Doesn't need to be dropping the speed. So I can stay on the main line, rather than take the 50 mile per hour siding. And just slowly crawl into our platform. Okay, about 30 seconds is a good set. So still doing very good for timing. The forecast stop marker. There it is. Ah, roof. Roof again. There we go. It's about there. Actually no. Take that back. Pretty much spot on that. Tiny bit forwards. Not bad that. So now passing to disembark. We'll wait the minutes until the given 1714. And then, I believe that brings us now to the end of our scenario as well. Yep. Thank you for that. Like I say, it's a very fun train to drive, the 465. A very enjoyable experience, one that I've thoroughly enjoyed since I've released this sad on Thursday. Oh, of course, the bell. Can't forget the bell. Alright, so we'll close the doors. Wait 10 seconds. I don't think there'll be so much a shutdown. The more the scenario just kind of end where it is in the current position. Once there is... Oh no, shutdown to neutral, that's fine. So we'll pull the reverse into neutral position. Master controller puts into brake control position 3. Reverser to the off position. And master key to off. Thank you for completing the run. Let's see how you did. As we wait for the end of scenario thing to tick up. I feel like it's getting longer and longer each time. Just more awkward silence. There we go. Yeah, so performance graph. Not looking too bad. Again, a few minor bits of speeding towards the last bit of the route. Also, the speed limit change at the end of the route there did kind of miss that one. But apart from that, yeah, can't really fault it. I think we did rather well for our stopping and speeds today. In terms of timing as well, so some stations we arrived about a minute early, other times we arrived pretty much on time. So again, for timing as well, done a pretty fine job of that. Level 67 on the character, level 11 on Southeastern High Speed, and level 6 on the train now. 37 minutes, and a gold medal to seal the deal. Yeah, so that was the first scenario of 465. That was extended service. Tomorrow, we'll do the next scenario filling in. After that, I've got 2 more to go after that. And then, I believe, unless there'll be any more expansion packs for Southeastern High Speed, that'll be then the end of scenarios for that. But, like I say, I've got 3 more to do left, and so 3 more days to do 3 more scenarios. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, do leave a like, do subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you again very much for the support you've shown over these last couple of weeks. And, yeah, back again tomorrow for some more Train Sim Mod action. Take care, have a good one, and goodbye.